Hey, hi, how are you everybody? It's Crystal again. Welcome to or welcome back to my channel. It's almost 6:30 in the morning on a Wednesday, although you guys are going to see this next Monday. And I have a busy day ahead, but it's also going to be like almost 100 degrees, but real feel is going to be like 111. And I want to bake a dessert. I want to tell you guys what I got to do. I got some running to do that I want to do before it gets too hot outside. Yes, I just looked at my imaginary watch, even though my phone is right in front of me. And I need to take a quick shower and get ready before I hit the kitchen. And when I get in the kitchen and get my coffee pot started, I'll give you a quick rundown of what we're going to do. I'm going to run through a couple of things, get it done, and then I'll show you guys how to make the dessert. If you have your hair in rollers, but you need to take a shower, there's a reason they make shower caps. And just for S&Gs, I do have my satin wide-brimmed bonnet that I need to start wearing at night, whether I have my curlers in my hair or not, because it's going to protect my hair from doing the frizzy, frazzled, breaking, tangly stuff. See you guys in a few minutes after my shower. Alright, shower taken, clothes and socks on, hair's damp right under where the shower cap was, so we're not going to mess with that just yet. And I'm not doing my makeup just yet. However, coffee's going, laundry's going, carpet has been dusted with that carpet freshening powder I made, which is working amazing. Before I'm opening up windows so that we can get some light on the situation. Before I have breakfast, or my cord that I have attached to my phone at the moment, but not plugged in, because I'm moving it to the other room, is kept catching on my bed. But before I get anything else done, I need to do the dishes I didn't do last night. And I'm going to grab something quick for breakfast. Not exactly sure what yet. Haven't made up my mind. Might eat yogurt while I'm talking to you guys. And we're going to make a plum cobbler. I'm going to show you guys the easiest, best cobbler recipe I've ever figured out. And for the first time in like ever, I am going to legitimately be making a tater tot casserole in the crock pot. If you wonder what that looks for, even if it's, especially if you happen to like tater tot casseroles, I've never seen one I ever wanted to try. It's something Martin happens to like. I'm going to attempt to make it. We have enough leftovers in the house, and Martin will be home later to eat, so that if we don't like it, if Hope and I don't like it, I have a cat in my curtain. If Hope and I don't like it, we have other things we can eat. So it's the perfect time to try it. And, excuse me, sir, I don't need that much light on the situation. Thank you. They like my curtains. As soon as I get the cobbler in, I'm probably going to do a quick face of makeup. Just my 10-15 minute routine. And do my hair. When we leave the house today, I have to go to the library, to the courthouse, and to Walmart, and be back before it gets too hot. I've got about 2.5 hours to do all this in before I leave to do those errands, or when I'm outside, it's going to be boiling hot. And I'll tell you why I need to run to Walmart later, but let me get these dishes done real quick. So I decided I'm going to eat the yogurt I had bought at the store. I don't normally like the Chobani Flips. Occasionally I do. And they had a Pumpkin Harvest Crisp. Pumpkin's one of my favorites. So we're going to go ahead and try that. I have my cup of coffee in my Buddy Holly cup because it's nummy and it's got pumpkin spice in it. We're going to end up making 3 things today. One is going to go ahead and be dessert for tonight. Then the other is going to be one is going to be the dessert for tonight. The other is going to be the Tater Tot Casserole. And then I'm also going to go ahead and we're probably going to do it with, I'm thinking the strawberry swirl pepper charms, and make a this size baking dish, which is a, I don't know what it says on here somewhere, 8 by 8 by 2 inch deep French toast steak that I'll do in the other one and do overnight so that you guys will see it. And because I had mentioned it in my previous video, and I'm just going to show you how to make it. But anyway, what you want to do for the, oh my goodness, what you want to do for your cobbler, take some butter, turn your oven on to 350, take some butter, and just slap some pieces down in the bottom of this. Do not put your butter away when you're done, because you're going to want some on top too. But you want some butter down in the bottom of this. And then, set your butter to the side. Wipe your hands on top. Set this in the oven while it's heating up, because that butter is going to go ahead and melt in the bottom of that pan, and you don't have to think about it. I'm going to open my Chobani, eat a few bites of it while I, oh, that looks yummy, while I listen to somebody else's YouTube channel and slice up these plums. I did look up a few recipes because I know you can make a cobbler with anything, but I kind of wanted to get an idea of how much people are using. And then I went to my fruit basket and I pulled out plums. This says like 5 to 6. I got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 large ones and 3 of the little bitty plum cherry ones. Hey! Thank you. And we're going to toss them in this bowl, and I'll show you what to do. Let me start this over here. So all you're going to do here is you're going to cut the plum off of the pit and then slice it. And throw it in your bowl. We'll put the seasonings in there. I'll meet you back here when I got that all sliced. Now what you want to do, now that you've got them all cut up, and yes, I wiped off my cutting board. I just got a 1/4 cup of sugar. To start, we're going to see what this does here in a minute. I'm going to put, this is a 1/2 tablespoon measure. I'm going to go ahead and put 1 tablespoon and a half of cornstarch in here. Whew. It's going to amount to about 1/2 teaspoon of lemon juice. I'm going to throw some of my vanilla powder in here. Yes! I love you.
I caught you.
Okay.
I caught you in the...
You caught me in the act?
Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
Plum-handed.
Plum-handed, there you go. Now the seasonings are up to you. I'm adding cinnamon and sugar.
I thought they were adding garlic, and it's like, what?
No.
We should really separate your baking spices from those.
Probably. And a little bit of imitation vanilla, because the vanilla is yummy.
Vanilla extract?
Yes, dear.
Not imitation.
This one is imitation vanilla extract. This one is vanilla extract.
Regardless, it smells weird.
Okay, I love you.
Okay. Are you a doggy? Are you a doggy that's saying hi? Hey.
Go ahead and give that a stir while your dog just supervises.
I would let him on the counter.
Ew, no.
But I am pretty sure that he would eat the plums, and I'm not sure if plums are okay for dogs.
I don't think they are. And after looking at this and smelling it, I'm going to give it another 1/4 cup of sugar.
Oh my god. Just use the shot glass scooper.
It's not a 1/4 cup, it's a shot.
Measure with your heart, Mom.
Whee! That's what I do, how I do most of my spices here. You can give this a quick stir.
It's juicy.
It's going to be very juicy.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Grab your talking up and mitt. Watch out, bug.
Don't tell me what to do. Butter.
Yeah, butter. Nice, sizzling, hot butter.
That smells like popcorn.
It's slightly browned in there. Pour all of that juice, all of that sugar, all of your fruit.
Oh my god, what was that? How do you pick that?
Spread it out so where it's mostly flat in here.
That is going to be either really good or really weird.
Yes.
Either way, it's going to be really sticky.
Yes. So here's what makes it the easiest cobbler I've ever made in my life. I like the Great Value baking mix. You can use this quick if you like. Again, because most cobblers are like, oh, throw together flour and sugar and baking soda and this and that and the next thing. Like Hopi says, measure with your heart. However, take the baking mix. Add legitimately a 1/4 cup of sugar.
I talked it through with Cookie, and he has determined your name.
Okay, Tookie, I'm sorry, I mean.
Fuck you, Grant.
But I love you, Tookie. And I love you, Bug. I'm going to stir that in here because it's going to make it sweeter. It's going to make it more like a dessert.
I reciprocate emotions of admiration.
Thank you, Bug.
Thank you!
And I just used the cornstarch spoon. And then you're just going to dump it without making a big mess on your stove if you can help it. Which I mostly managed. And kind of even it out. Remember, your pan is hot. Oh, it's a bug. And I was like, who's getting into my garbage? I'm going to use some of this Twix Shakers seasoning. I think it's meant for popcorn. It just tastes good. And put it on top. Normally I would just put cinnamon and sugar or apple pie seasoning, but this sounded good. Grab your butter. Grab your knife. Take your pieces of butter, lay it out over the top. Let's do one more for good measure. Pop it back in your oven for 35 minutes and go do housework while you have a chance. I am going to start my dishwasher and on my vacuum. Alright, there's about 13 minutes left of cooking time. And swap loads. Dishwasher started. Random thing that's on my foot. And the entire house, except for Hopi's room, is vacuumed. So, about half my chores for the day are done. But I have a bunch of projects I need to get done around the house when I get back from leaving. Which is why we're going to make a crock pot dinner tonight. Other than it being a billion degrees outside. Because I'm telling you what, I'm already hot with the oven at 350 for a little over... It was heating up plus now, so about half an hour-ish. And it's nowhere near the hottest part of the day yet today. And it's going to be, and I have air conditioning. We're not using that oven again tonight. Alright, I'll see you guys in a few minutes. I'm going to throw on a face. Depending on if I'm quick enough, I might even do my hair. There's about 3 minutes left on this cobbler. I have gotten everything done on my face except for my red lip and my hair. So we're going to go ahead and check on this. More than likely it's ready to come out. The only reason I'm not sure is because it is legitimately that juicy. And honestly, if I wasn't on video with you guys, I wouldn't have turned on the light. It might be done. Touch. We're going to give it a few more minutes, actually. So I'm going to go ahead. That would have been 35. I'm going to go ahead and add 5 more, which will take it to 40. The crust is just not 100% done because of the juice. That gives me enough time to do my hair, which I'm about to go do. More coffee. And I will see you guys in 6 minutes. My hair is not done. I keep getting frustrated by the oven that just started beeping, and Chip, who has decided that it's a wonderful thing to bark. Sir? Sir? Come here. Come here. Come here. No. Over here. Oh, over here. Yeah. Wonderful thing to bark at neighbors walking outside. Yes. So we're going to stop. We're not going to bark at them. We can go in our playpen because you're going in there in like 5 minutes anyway. And this is not the finished product. And yes, my hair was freshly washed last night after the gym, which is why it's not doing exactly what I want today. Anyway. I'll fix it. Oof. Lovely, hot, bubbly cobbler. Right there. I'll let that sit right there while I finish fixing my hair and throwing on a red lip. And then we're going to run our errands. And then we're going to get back here. We're going to sit down for 5 minutes before we do anything else. Let's do. Okay, so right after I get my shoes on, I'm going to run to the courthouse, the library, and then Walmart. I have to actually pick up some Crisco that I need because I'm going to make an awesome roast with some European roasties. And then I also need to pick up a couple other things, but I can't think of them right off the top of my brain because then my mind's going a mile a minute. I'll be right back with you after I get done with my errands. My hair fell from the humidity. I'm not even going to fix it right at the moment. It can be falling. It's fine. Anyway, I got the off-brand Walmart brand of Crisco because that's fine. I'm going to get a piece of this here in a minute. That's that cobbler we made this morning I'm not going to start the tater tot casserole for another couple hours. And I'm not going to start the breakfast to put away for now until later. However, a good trick for keeping mushrooms fresher longer, even though I'll be using these Friday. So I'm going to go paper bag. Roll up the paper bag and put said paper bag on your counter. I'm going to get myself a piece of this Cobbler. Drink my free coffee because of my Dunkin' points. Eat it, watch some TV, and possibly crochet before my next project because I have to do a bunch of sewing and planning and... Hold on.
Busy bee.
And I did get out of here on time for what I needed to do this morning. But I was able to get to everything I wanted to do and back before, oh, what time is it? Oh, I just flipped you upside down. Haha. It's now 10:37. So, I mean, and we were at the courthouse at 8:34. And they opened at 8:30. So, not bad.
You did some hardcore law breaking.
Hmm?
You did some hardcore law breaking.
With what? Going to the court?
Yeah.
You wanted to try it?
Yeah.
Crunch.
It's not bad. The top is very sugary, but then it gets balanced out by the fruit.
Mm-hmm. It's almost like a tart apple pie, but with a
I like it.
Cobbler crust. I'm gonna put the rest up here for dessert for later.
9 out of 10. You need to make again.
Okay. Yeah, this would be good on top of some vanilla ice cream too.
If this were a pie, I would actually probably eat it. And I hate pie.
I'll catch up with you guys when I go to make the casserole and prep breakfast for tomorrow. Okay, so Martin just got... Let me go... I'll pause in a minute. Martin just got off work and will be on the way home shortly, which means Martin will be home in like 2.5 hours. So I'm going to start putting together this tater tot casserole, and I keep making that face, and I know I do. And I may like it. I don't know. I've never tried it. I've just never seen one that I even wanted to try for the sheer fact of most of the time they're icky caca. Well, at least they look icky caca because they look like they're greasy. And I'm going to make sure there's not very much grease left in this by the time it's done. And part of how I'm going to do that is to add some water to this pot. But it says brown and season your meat. So I'm going to put some of this, which is the garlic powder. I had to double check. And we're going to do some basic stuff. So I'm going to do some onion powder. I don't know if I have any more of this up there. I may have to buy more before my next grocery shopping trip. I did, however, get a big giant thing of garlic powder at Costco. White pepper. Make sure to pick your lid up off of the kitchen floor. And a little bit of sea salt. I'm going to turn this on and throw some water in my pan. And yeah, I do that a lot. Hence why there's almost always a cup right there. And when this is brown, I'll come back and walk through the rest of this. Because I seriously doubt you guys just want to sit here and watch me brown meat the entire time. Don't fall. According to the recipe, I need to make a flat layer of tater tots on the bottom. Like so. Make sure that has been drained. It calls for a can. The recipe that Martin gave me from the internet calls for a can of cream of chicken soup. I don't have a can of cream of chicken. I have, or even a small can of cream of mushroom. I have a big one. I'll use the rest in another recipe. Calls for Worcestershire sauce. Oh my goodness. Yeah, my thumb's acting up, and my thumb is part of the issue with my wrist because it's connected to the tendon that needed released is in my wrist is connected up into my thumb, and that's part of what hurts. About half of this container of cheese. It said something else too, but I don't remember now. I'll look in a moment. I looked at it at like 6:15 this morning. Mix. And we'll check that recipe before I dump it in here. Oh, milk and vegetables. That makes sense. I just said some paprika. I might put some, you know what? Yeah, I'll put some paprika in. That's my chili powder. That's my turmeric. I just had my paprika the other day. I have a bunch of paprika. There's my ground cinnamon. There's my cumin. Paprika. Right next to all that. I swear these birds are never quiet. Can I have that, please? Please, and please, please, please. And yeah, it says transfer to a bowl, and I didn't need to dirty a bowl when I already had this. And I should have had an apron on all the time I've been cooking today. I have not. Okay. It looks like meat. Let's see what it tastes like. It's not bad. Alright. Transfer into the crock pot over that bottom layer of tots. Smooth it out. And then it says put more tater tots. And I'll put the rest of the cheese top with the rest of the tater tots. I'll put this recipe down in the bottom. Cover. Put the crock pot in. And I'm going to go ahead and stick it on low. Throw away my garbage, clean up my workspace, and show you what I'm doing temporarily for the breakfast for tomorrow. Now, I am aware that I can simply make this tomorrow. Again, I'm going to want to be able to do it quickly because I want to be able to turn the oven on, have this bake, and walk away from it. I literally took out a butter knife. I am butchering the bread with a butter knife, and that's okay. I am going to set it in here with the crust ends up.
What are you making?
This is for tomorrow.
Some sort of meat?
This is a French toast casserole for the morning.
And
then in here is Tater Tot Casserole, hoping.
Do you like me up around too?
Mm-hmm. Martin will be on the way home soon.
Okay. 2 or 3.
Okay.
I remember.
Okay.
It's not much agony.
I'm sorry you have a migraine, baby.
Never again. The batteries helps.
Good.
I'm still never going to the gym again.
Okay. And I'm just going to leave it like this on my stove temporarily and let it get a little bit more stale and dry before I put any type of the custard on it for the French toast. And then once the custard's on, I'm going to leave it in the fridge overnight. So it'll be good for the morning. Are you helping?
Yes.
Good.
I say until I die. And I'm not dying anytime soon, so I guess you're going to be making my tacos a long time.
For the rest of your life?
Yep.
Okay. So the crock pot is cooking away. It's starting to get warm. It says in the recipe, which you should follow, a recipe if you don't know it. Obviously, I didn't follow the measurements because it's cooking. I don't mean that to sound ridiculous. It's just, it's cooking. I'm going to throw together the custard that goes over this bread to make the French toast casserole. So that is ready for the morning. And I'm going to take my beef roast out of my freezer and get that defrosting. It will go in the refrigerator here shortly as soon as I straighten something up. So that's going to be ready for Friday because I want that to slow defrost. And I'm going to make a nice beef roast along with carrots and mushrooms and almost broken toes. No, I'm just joking. They didn't break. I've learned how to move my feet out of the way. But, along with, English roasties. They make them in Scotland as well. It's legitimately a fried roasted potato. And I'm going to make a video on that for you guys too. Oh my god, they're good, and I haven't had them since I was maybe a teenager. Definitely, it's entirely possible I haven't had them since I was a kid. So, I got a little thing of whipping cream. It's better for this, in my opinion, than milk. Just heavy whipping cream. Vanilla. Because this one is the strawberry swirl. I am not going to put in cinnamon. I do have some fresh strawberries. Then I'm going to make a fresh fruit. Simple syrup with, as this is baking in the morning. Because that's what I want with it, and I don't know if that's what Martin wants with it, so I'm not going to make 50 million pounds of it. But I'm saving these egg cartons, so I'm not putting my dirty eggs, my broken eggs back into them like I normally would. It's kind of driving up the wall, but I'm just breaking 8 eggs into here. Tossing the shells over into my dirty pan. I will dump that out momentarily. Yes, I also rinsed off that egg so that it does not get stuck by drying white. And the good thing with this, I'm not adding any sugar. I'm not adding any brown sugar. I'm not doing a crumble on top. So you can. You're basically making this up just as if you're making French toast at home anyway. you know, that you're going to do in a frying pan. Although I also know people who bake this off one piece in layers. And yes, if you take the whipping cream and the egg and vanilla, you can make a custard and make a dessert with it. This could also be a dessert, or it's going to be 2 or 3 breakfasts. I want it thick. I don't want it thin. Make sure I don't have any big bits of yolk left. And you legitimately pour it over your bread. They're gonna pop up. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. I'm gonna get a piece of parchment paper, put it on there so it doesn't get stuck to my tin foil. A chef that I worked for in New Jersey taught me how to do that, and it's one of the best things I've ever learned because I've had other chefs completely not do it and it messes it up. I'm going to put my eggs away, cover this in a piece of parchment foil, tin foil, put it in my fridge. In the morning I will bake it at 350 till done. I'll show you guys this crock pot casserole when it's done and let you know if I like it. And I'll show you this in the morning. And I need to go take care of things around the house. So until dinner, I'm done in the kitchen other than cleaning. Yep. Get a little bit of everything in there. It's all right. Nothing. Pretty plate right there. Realized after I went to bed last night that I hadn't closed out the video. So just wanted to tell you guys, I appreciate you guys coming and watching my videos every time they come up. I hope you guys have had a wonderful week. I hope you guys are going to have a weekend. I hope you guys are going to have a wonderful week. Whatever time you're watching this, I appreciate you. Have a blessed day. Bye.